Am I the a-hole for refusing to give up my airplane seat to a kid? Let's get into it. So, I'm a 32-year-old woman, and I was on a 6-hour flight coming home after an absolutely brutal work week. I was exhausted. As a little reward to myself, I splurged on a window seat. I specifically paid extra money to choose that exact seat because I just wanted to chill, look out the window, and decompress. When I finally get to my row, there's a family already there. A mom, a dad, and 2 kids. And guess what? My assigned window seat is already occupied by one of the kids, who look to be about 8 or 9 years old. The mom looks up at me with this expectant smile and says, "Oh, hi. Would you mind taking the aisle seat so he can have the window? He just loves looking outside." I get it. Kids love windows. But I was so tired and really looking forward to my little treat. So, I smiled politely and said, "Actually, I specifically paid for this seat, so I'd like to sit there. Sorry." Her smile just dropped. She frowned at me and said, "He's just a child. You should be a decent person." Wow, okay. The guilt trip started immediately. I held my ground though. I just repeated, "I'm sorry, I really want the window seat. I booked it on purpose." That's when the dad started muttering something under his breath. And both of them shot me a look like I'd just kicked their puppy. I just stood there, waiting. Eventually, a flight attendant came over to check boarding passes because I was holding up the line. The attendant looked at my pass, looked at the kid, and confirmed, "Ma'am, this is her seat." So the kid had to move. And let me tell you, it was a performance worthy of an Oscar. He let out this huge dramatic sigh, slumped over to the middle seat, and crossed his arms with a giant pout on his face. As I was settling in, the mom whispered loudly to her husband, just loud enough for me to hear, "Some people just have no heart." I decided right then and there, nope, not engaging. I put on my noise-canceling headphones, cranked up my music, and just ignored them for the rest of the boarding process. But it didn't stop there. About halfway through the flight, I took my headphones off for a bit, and I could hear them talking about me to another passenger sitting nearby. The mom was actually telling this person that I stole her son's seat. Can you believe it? Stole the other passenger. Bless their heart, just replied, "She paid for it, didn't she?" And after that, the conversation went dead silent. It was a small victory. Finally, after 6 long hours, we landed. As everyone was getting up to deplane, the dad conveniently stood up and blocked the aisle, making me wait. As I finally squeezed past him, he looked me right in the eye and said, "I hope you're proud of yourself." At that point, I was just done. I looked back at him and said, "I am. I got exactly what I paid for," and I walked off the plane without looking back. Now, I'm home, and I told my family about it. And they're kind of split. Some of them are saying I should have just let the kid have the window because, in their words, it's not that big of a deal. But honestly, why should I be expected to give up something I paid extra for, just because a family assumed I would cave to social pressure? They didn't even ask if they could pay me back for the seat fee. They just expected me to give it up. So, I have to ask you guys, the internet jury, am I the a-hole for not switching seats with a kid who wanted the window? Let me know what you think in the comments. Was I being selfish, or was I right to stand my ground and enjoy the seat I paid for? I really want to hear your thoughts on this one. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more stories.